Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Now I am dealing with 8th class maths, direct and inverse proportion. In this we are going to talk about inverse proportion. The definition of inverse proportion is among the given two quantities, if one quantity increases and other quantity decreases. See, earlier in direct proportion, if one is increasing, other also increased. But in this case, if one is increasing, it is the other one is decreasing. Then in the same proportion, then the two quantities are said to be in inverse ratio. That means if x and y are two proportions, if they are in inverse ratio, then they are represented as x is proportional to 1 by y and is read as x is inversely proportional to y. This is the way in which we read. We write like this. Direct proportion means after this proportionality symbol we used to write y. But now inverse means 1 by y you will write. That means what? If x is inversely proportional to y, then xy is equal to k. Suppose we have got two inverse ratios like x1 y1 and x2 y2 are two inverse ratios. Then how will you write it? x1 is to x2 will be equal to y2 is to y1. So children, there is a variation here. 1 and 2 here, 2 and 1 here. What do you mean by this? This proportion already you have learned. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. That means x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. So out of these four quantities, any three quantities will be given for you in your problems. Fourth one you need to do it. It's a very simple way you can do, children. Only the thing is you should understand whether it is in inverse ratio or not. I hope I am clear, children. Please note it down these points. Now example 6, children. If 36 workers can build a wall in 12 days, how many days 16 workers take to build the same wall? So what is given here? Number of workers and number of days, how much they will take. So workers, let me take it as x, days, let me take it as y. 36 workers can build a wall in 12 days. And how many days? In how many days? 16 workers will build the same wall. So days we will take it as y. So we know pretty well that when number of workers will increase, definitely days will decrease. X is inversely proportional to y. That means what? X1 is to y1. X1 is to x2, sorry. X1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this becomes x1, this becomes x2, this becomes y1, this becomes y2. So x1 36 is to x2 16 is equal to y2 y is to 12, y1 is 12. That means 36 into 12 is equal to 16y. So what is y, children? Y is equal to 36 into 12 by 16. So 4 9s are 36, 4 4s are 16. 4 1s are 4 3s are 27. Therefore, what you can say, 16 men can build the wall in 27 days. This is the answer, children. So let me explain once again. The problem says that 36 men can build a wall in 12 days. In how many days 16 workers can build the same wall? See children, if workers are increasing, definitely the days will decrease. If workers decrease, days will increase. That means definitely they are inversely proportional. Number of workers, number of days, if you are taken x as workers, Y as days. 36 workers are doing the work in 12 days. 16 workers we don't know, we are taking it as Y. X is inversely proportional to Y. When X is inversely proportional to Y, X1 is to X2 is equal to Y1 is to Y2. Inverse proportion, direct proportion means we will take in this way. Inverse proportionals we will take this in this way and this in this way. So the ratio, the arrow mark will be like this, in this way. That x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So arrow marks indicate in which direction we have to take the values. So 36 is to x1 is 36 is to x2 is 16 is equal to y2, y is to 12. So product of means is equal to product of extremes. 36 into 12 is equal to 16y. So y is equal to 36 into 12 by 16. We have got 27. So 16 men take 27 days to complete the job, children. Please note it down. Now 10.2 exercise, children. Which of the following are in inverse proportion? You have got 3 boxes like this in your textbook. Which of them are in inverse proportion? Inverse proportion means what did we think? If you multiply x into y, it should be constant. That means if you multiply all these values, you should get a constant value. Then only it is inversely proportional. So if x is inversely proportional to y, then we can write x into y is constant. So 50 into 5 is 250. 40 into 6 is 240. So even here itself, we have not got xy is not equal to k. Therefore, it is not in inverse. It is not in inverse proportion. We need not continue, children, because here itself I have got. Here itself I didn't get them as the same. So xy is not equal to k. So it is not in inverse proportion. So here second bit, if x is inversely proportional to y, then x into y should be equal to constant. So 100 into 60, x into y, 6,000. 200 into 30, 2 3s are 6, 6,000. Then 300 into 20, this is also 6,000. 400 into 15, 15 fours are 60, so 6,000. So what are we getting? X into y is constant. Therefore, it is in inverse proportion. So children, actually the definition says that if x value increases and y value decreases, they are in inverse proportion. Here we are getting x value is increasing and y value here, rather than this it is, x value here decreasing, y value is increasing. So directly by seeing that we cannot say that they are in inverse ratio, because when we have done it we did not get. Our main task what we need to do is what is this into this and this into this or anything which is given here. If you are getting them as equal, then we have to go for the next one. Then we have to go for the next one. In all these cases, just like here, if you are getting value k as constant, then only they are proportional, the inversely proportional. Here in the first step itself, I did not get. So I need not continue my thing. Let us see the third bit. Here also, if x is inversely proportional to y, then x into y should be constant. So 90 into 10, 900. 60 into 15, 15 6 are 90. Okay, this is also 900. Then 45 into 20, 45 2s are 90. This is also 900. 30 into 25. So 0 here, 5 3s are 15, 750. Are we getting here? Here itself we are getting them as different. In all these cases they are equal. But here it is different. That means what? Xy is not equal to, is not constant. Therefore, it is not in inverse proportion. So in the given problem, only the second one is in inverse proportion. This is not in inverse proportion. This is also not in inverse proportion. Please understand, children. Just don't see one is increasing, one is decreasing. So it is in proportion. It is not the case. You have to these values should satisfy this concept. Xy is equal to k. Then only we can say that they are in inverse proportion. Please note it down. Now, second problem, children. A school wants to spend 6,000 rupees to purchase books. Using this data, fill the following table. That means the amount that they are spending is 6,000. Here you see, for 40 if the price of each book is 40 rupees, they have got 150 rupees, 150 books. That means what, children? Total of the cost for that book should be equal to 6,000 only. In that way they have to purchase. That means what we can understand? When there is variation or change or increase in the book's rate, then the type of books that they are purchasing will be decreases. If the books rate is less, like here it is less, here it is more, it is increasing. So when the rate is increasing, number of books will be decreasing. So basing on that, we need to do it. Here, this we are considering it as x, and this we are considering it as y, and x is inversely proportional to y, and what we can say, x, this implies x into y is equal to k. Now in this problem, k is given as rupees 6,000. If you multiply them, we have to get 6,000 rupees. So 150 into 40, 15 fours are 60. So you will be getting 6,000 rupees. Similarly, we have to get, see for example, we will take 40 into 150. How much you are getting? 0. 15 zeros are 0. 15 fours are 60. See, you are getting 6,000 rupees. So, what can you say? This is considered as x1. This is x2. x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y150. This is y2 is to y1. Okay, y2 is to y1 I will write, afterwards I will write the values. y2 is to y1. Now x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So this becomes x1, x2, y1, y2. So x1 40 is to x2 50 is equal to y2 we don't know is to y1 150. That means 50 by 2 is equal to 40 into 150. So what is y2? 40 into 150 by 50. 0, 0, 5 ones are 5 threes are. That is 120. So here you are getting 120. So similarly, again, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So here x1, so now we consider this as x2, this as y2. So 40 is to x1 and x2 we don't know is equal to y2 100 is to y1 150. Means 100 x2 is equal to 40 into 150. So what is x2? 40 into 150 by 100. zeros will get cancelled. 15 fours are 60. So here you are getting 60. Please note it down, children. Then I'll do the next two. So here you see, children, price of book and number of books. They will be inversely proportional. And total amount should be 6,000 rupees. That means x into y should be is constant, they said. So x is inversely proportional to y. So x is inversely proportional to y means 40 into 150 should be equal to 6,000. Of course, you are getting them. Now, if they are in inverse proportion, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. This we know. So you consider these are all x values. These are all y values. So these two we are doing now. X1, X2, Y1, Y2. Have substituted those values. X1 40 is to X2 50 is equal to Y2 we don't know. Y1 150. So 50 Y2 product of means is equal to product of extremes. 50 into y2 is 40 into 150. Y2 is 40 into 150 by 50. We are getting y2 value is 120. Similarly, now we are doing this. So this becomes x2, this becomes y2. x1 is to x2, 40 is to x2 is equal to 150 is to y2 is to y1, 100 is to 150. So 100 x2 is 40 into 150, x2 is 40 into 150 by 100, that is 60 is the value we got. Please note it down. I'll do the next two parts. Now this part if you do, this becomes x2, this becomes y2. So here x1 40 is to x2 75 is equal to y2 we don't know. So it is y2 is to y1 is 150. So 75 y2 is 40 into 150. y2 is equal to 40 into 150 by 75. 15 5s are 15 10s are 5 1s are 5 2s are 80. So here you will be getting 80. Why? In this case, this we need to find out. So this is x2 and this is y2. So x1 is 40 is to x2 we don't know. y2 is 75 is to y1 is 150. 75 x2 is equal to 40 into 150. What is x2? 40 into 150 by 75. 15 5s are 75, 15 10s are 150, 5 1s are 5 2s are. So this is also 80. That is your answer, children. So here, please note it down. Now, third problem, children, here. They have given two tables here. Take a squared paper and arrange 48 squares in different number of rows and columns. See here, children, here in the first one, they made 12 columns. This is a 12, 1, 2, 3, like that. Total, these are all 12 columns. 12 columns, these all are 12 columns and 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, how much you will be getting? 12 fours are 48. Total, if you multiply, you are getting 48. Similarly, if it is done in this way, 8 columns and 6 rows. 8 6 are 48. Here also you are getting 48. Here also you are getting 48. But the thing is, the arrangement is different. Basing on this understanding, let us do about this problem. This is, they have given table, rows and columns. They have given the values as 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and they are asking us to find out this. This is 4 means 12, 6 means 18, 8. Now, what do you observe? As R increases, C decreases. Of course, R value is increasing, C value is decreasing. So what are you observing? So let us first take these two. This as x1, y1, x1, y1, x2, y2. So we know that x1 is to x2, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1 when if x is inversely proportional to y. Then, so this means what? X1 into y1 should be equal to x2 into y2. Are we getting it or not? X1 is 4 into y1 12 should be equal to x2 6 into 8. 12 fours are 48, 6 8 are 48. Therefore, what we can say? X is inversely proportional to y. That means what? R is inversely proportional to C. This you can say. So, this first part, what do you observe? We have clarified here, children. Please note it down. I wanted to rub it so that I can do the next part. See, the first question, what do you observe? As R increases, C decreases. Already in the first problem we have seen, even though this kind of arrangement is there, if it won't satisfy this ratio, we cannot say that they are inversely proportional. So x1 is to x2, x1 is to x2 should be equal to y2 is to y1. So x1 4 into product of extremes and product of means, x1 into y1 should be equal to x2 into y2. 4 into 12, x1 is 4, 12 is y1, and x2 6 and 8, 6 8s are 48. You are getting the same. That means what are you understanding? X is inversely proportional to y. X is nothing but number of rows and y is columns. So rows are inversely proportional to columns. Okay, please note it down. In this case, in the table, we need to find out these dashes. So when I am considering this as x1, y1, let me take any one I should take as x1, y1, and let me take this as x2 and this as y2. So we know that x is inversely proportional to y, therefore x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. x1 is 4 is to x2. x2 is 2 is equal to y2. y2 we don't know, it is y2 is to y1 is 12. That means 2y2 is equal to 4 into 12. y2 is equal to 4 into 12 by 2. 2 1s are 2 2s are 12 2s are 24. So here you are getting 24. Now let us see this. Again, let me take it as x2 and this as y2. So x1 here, now this is first one I'll take. Second one, x1 is 4 is to x2. x2 here 3 is equal to y2, we don't know, is to y1. y1 is again 12. So 3y2 is equal to 4 into 12. So what is y2? 4 into 12 by 3. 3 1s are 3 4s are 4 4s are 16. So here I am getting 16. One more is there. I'll do it here, children. Third bit. Third bit again. x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2 is to y1. So x1 is again 4 is to, now this becomes x2, this becomes y2. x1 is to x2 8 is equal to y2 is to y1 is 12. So 8y2 is equal to 12 into 4. y2 is equal to 12 into 4 by 8. 4 1s are 4 2s are 2 1s are 2 6s are. So y2 is 6. So these are the values which we have scored, children, while doing this in this process. First bit 2 and 24. So x1 is this, I took 4 is to x2 is 2 and y2 you don't know, y1 is 12. On calculation I have got 24. Similarly here y2 I got 16, here y2 I got 6. Please note it down, children, then I'll do the next part. These answers I should do. Basing on those values which we have got, let us see the first one. R1 is to R2. R1 is to R2 is equal to C1, C2 is to C1. That is the question. So let me consider R1, R2, R1, R2, C1, C2. So R1 is 2, is to R2 is 3, is equal to C2 16, is to C1 24. So product of means is equal to product of extremes. So 3 into 16 should be equal to 2 into 24. This is how much? 48. 16 threes are also 48. Therefore, R1 is to R2 is equal to C2 is to C1. So this is the solution for the first problem, children. Please note it down. Next is R3 is, second bit is R3 is to R4 is equal to C4 is to C3. So R1, R2, R3, R4. R3 is 4 is to R4 is 6. 4 is to 6 is equal to, this is C1, C2. C4, C3, C4 it is. So R3, R4, this is R3, R4, C3, C4. So this is equal to 8 is to 12. That means 4 into 12 should be equal to 6 into 8. 12 fours are 48, 6 eights are 48. Therefore, R3 is to R4 is equal to C4 is to C3. This is another solution, children, for the second bit. The third bit is R and C inversely proportional to each other? Yes, we will simply write yes. Why? Because we have seen the ratios are equal. So they are proportional to each other. Now do this activity with 36 squares. They are saying here how much you are getting? For 24 twos are 48 squares we have done, no? So the same thing we need to do with 36 squares. Let me make the table first. The third bit is we need to do the same type of problem with 36 squares, they said. So the same values 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 I have taken. And here dash, dash. 4 means 4 nines are 36. So I took 9 here, 6 6 are 36. So we need to find out all this. So I'll take this as x1 and this as y1. So x1, we know that R is inversely proportional to C. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is x2, this is y2. So x1 4 is to x2 2 is equal to y2 is to 9. That is 2y2 is equal to 4 into 9. Y2 is equal to 4 into 9 by 2. 2 twos are, so it is 18. So I'll be getting here as 18. This is first one. Now let me go to the next one again. X1 is to y1 x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is x2, y2. x1 4 is to x2 3 is equal to y2 is to y1 9. So 3y2 is equal to 4 into 9. y2 is equal to 4 into 9 by 3. 3 ones are 3 threes are y2 is 12. So here you are getting 12. You have got this 8 and dash. So again x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. x1 is 4 is to, this becomes x2, this becomes y2. 8 is equal to y2 we don't know, is to y1 is 9. So 8y2 is equal to 4 into 9. So what is y2? 4 into 9 by 8. 4 ones are 4 twos are. So y2 is 4.5. This value is 4.5 is the answer, children. So please note it down. This is with 36 squares. If you multiply concerned x1, y1, you will be getting 36 only in all the cases, children. Please note it down. With this, I have completed today's topic. In the next class, I will be doing the next part.